Hello and welcome to another episode of the AutoTrader Podcast. My name is Wandile Sishi.
I'm George Mienie.
And we are recording live from the Festival of Motoring.
Well, when you listen to this, it's not going to be live, but yes, we are recording from the Festival of Motoring.
Yeah. Well, right now we are at the Festival of Motoring.
Recording live.
Yes.
How else do you record?
Live, always. Technically speaking. It's always live. But yeah, we are here for the 2023 Festival of Motoring here at Kyalami, which is a super iconic track, one of my favorite tracks actually. Hosted 18 F1 races.
Yeah, back in the day. You know, I don't know if it's F1 ready. It might be the infrastructure less than the track that's ready. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, I remember like a year ago we actually discussed. Well, they said it was coming here, and that was kind of the hype of the day was we're going to have a race.
Was it more government support that caused it not to come here?
Yeah, it was just funding, really.
It was funding, yeah. Exactly. Because, F1's a big deal.
100%, yeah. Kind of a shame. But we here, so,
Still a racetrack.
Still a racetrack.
Yeah, that's cool.
Still super cool. And we obviously, as AutoTrader, going to be here this entire weekend. So...
Yeah, what's interesting for me is at the tire change station over there, because we've got this cool tire change facility, and there's a time to beat. What is that time anyway? It hasn't been written up on the board yet.
I've actually done that thing before, and it took me like 8 seconds or something.
I've got the record, I think, still at that machine.
Oh yeah.
I think I've got the record.
Do you remember what your time was?
No, I don't. It was last year.
I mean, for context, the F1 teams changed the tire in 1.9 seconds.
No. That's no
completely different.
Completely, yeah. This is like 5 seconds or something, I think.
Yeah.
But it simulates the real tire change.
Yeah, for sure.
And you don't have to jack up the car and all that stuff. But come around to our stand and see if you can change the tire in the fastest time. There's a time to beat on the board. I think that's going to be my time unless somebody beat it. If somebody did beat it, it'll be their time.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, speaking of that, there's a few things that we'll be kind of doing this week. So we obviously have the tire change. We also have the simulator, the F1 simulator.
The simulator, which is behind us over here.
Yeah.
F1 simulator. Again, I don't have the fastest time in the simulator, but we're going to put my time up as the time to beat.
Last year, I remember...
I'm actually going to get up off this podcast and go see
straight my time. I think I'm going to go... I'm going to do the same, and hopefully we'll record it and see who has a better time between you and I.
Good idea.
Yeah, 100%. And I think the Kyalami track is loaded on. So
lovely. Yes, let's do the Kyalami track. Why not?
Yeah. Might as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Other free things that we have in the stand is obviously we have free hot coffee. If you're into free things.
Free hot. Well, I suppose you do get iced coffee. So.
There's free hot. Yeah, exactly that. But yeah, no free cars, unfortunately, this time around. Maybe next year you'll throw in a free car.
A free car? Sure.
No,
expensive.
Not possible.
We've got a couple of Ferraris here, one behind me.
Yeah,
but they're not free.
Yeah, but please come and join us at the stand this year. We're going to be here the entire weekend. Lots of
this noise going on behind us.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if people can hear it, but
so we're at the pits. The pits. We're at the pits right at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So we're the first or the last pit entrance.
Yeah.
Whichever way you're looking at it. It's at the right at the main corner.
Why does AutoTrader come to the Festival of Motoring? Why do we decide to sponsor this each year?
I mean, from a business point of view, it is the biggest consumer motoring show in South Africa.
Yeah.
And we're the biggest automotive consumer brand. So it makes sense for AutoTrader to partner with the Festival of Motoring. Most of the consumers that are into cars are going to come to the show. So, we have to be here.
I think one of the big differences between this and any other kind of motoring festival is this is about experiences. And I think that's what a lot of the exhibitors, including us, are trying to deliver. It's not just about buying and selling.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of motoring shows are just like walking around,
exactly.
Look at cars, which is quite boring.
Yeah,
and so we've got 3 experiences here: tire change, the simulator, and then the supercar rides, which you can enter.
Yeah, so we'll be giving away one of 25 experiences where you can get to experience I think it's 2 laps around the Kyalami track in the Ferrari 360.
I think it's 3.
Is it 3 laps?
Yeah, I think it's one and then a
one
fast lap,
outlast and then
and then an end lap.
Yeah. So we have a competition that's running on the website. So if you want to check that out, please enter. And then we're also just going to be giving out some free rides around the track, anyways. Not on the Ferraris, but there's some other cars that we have.
Yeah, please, people. The last time we did this, we had people fighting in the queue and moaning, and this is free. It's like we're not charging for it. So if you don't get a turn to go in the car, we're sorry.
Yeah.
You just kind of like, we can't accommodate everybody. We just can't.
I mean, it's 3 days, right? So even if you don't make it on the first day, there's always...
Yes, as long as you're willing to stand in the queue, there are going to be queues.
Yeah.
So, if you want to go in these cars, come early.
Some of the cars that AutoTrader is offering the laps around is the Mercedes AMG A45S.
Lovely.
Super exciting. Subaru XRX, the Toyota GR Supra, as well as the TRGR Yaris. I'm super excited for that. Hopefully I can get one of those. We also got a random again RS Trophy, the Hyundai i30N, Ferrari 34 STS, 350Z Nissan, a Porsche 911, and then last but not least we have the Ferrari 360. So, take your pick.
I think we've got 3 of these Ferraris here. Yeah.
3 of them. So, I think basically there's going to be lines, but like you're saying, it's free. So
yeah, I mean we've got some cool cars going around this track. So I think we've got the biggest variety of cars.
Yeah, for sure.
And again, the rides are free, but you're going to have to wait in the queue and you're going to have to enter the competitions.
Have you driven around Kyalami before?
I have ridden my bicycle around Kyalami.
What was happening? Why were you there?
I mean, in my past life, I was a cyclist.
Yeah.
And amateur cyclist, road cyclist. And Kyalami used to host practice days for the 94.7 and for the Argus.
Okay.
Those big races.
Yeah.
So you could come here and in the safety of just bicycles, ride around the track to train.
Yeah.
So I've done that. I've driven around the track in one of AutoTrader's company cars.
Okay.
You remember them?
Yeah, I do.
Those colourful cars that we coloured in.
Yeah.
I've driven around the track in that. And then I've been around the track in Ferrari. I've been around the track as a passenger with a racing driver, in a Ferrari, in a GTI. I've also been around the track in an Audi, I think, with a racing driver. And I think that's about all the cars I've been around the track in.
I mean, that's a lot. I've never. So I've been on a few rounds. Well, I've been
doing this for 30 years.
Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah.
So last year, I think I've been in the 350Z. I was listening to 350Z, which is back again this year. Absolutely mind-blowing experience. This is it. It's probably my favorite track. It's just so perfect. So yeah, hopefully today I get to go around and actually.
Has Hamilton been around this track?
No, I highly doubt it. Has he?
Has he?
Producer's like nodding profusely there. When?
Producer Reno says that he has.
Yeah, no, I need to see that. I haven't seen that.
Huh. I know Schumacher's been around this track.
Yeah.
Nigel Mansell, I think, has been around this track.
For sure.
Ayrton Senna's been around this track.
Has he been around?
Has he? I don't know. Has he? Producer Reno says Ayrton Senna's been around the track.
Yeah, I mean, a few people have been around.
So this is an iconic track.
Yeah, Max Verstappen has never been around this track.
Did you know? I watched a documentary. Max Verstappen?
No, he's never. I highly doubt it.
No, I don't think he's been around this track.
Yeah.
I watched a documentary.
Yeah.
South Africa. I think it was 1983. Was it 1983? I stand to be corrected, but there was a year when the drivers went on a strike.
Okay.
The drivers' strike.
Yeah.
And I think it was at this track.
Why were they striking? Safety.
It was safety and rules and stuff. They were they all just decided they're not going to drive.
Yeah.
And the drivers thought they were bigger than F1. So there was this kind of a bit of a standoff, if I remember correctly. I think it was at this track.
That's interesting.
Maybe producer Reno can tell us. Maybe he doesn't know.
This is the one thing he doesn't
Google
know.
it, quick.
I know that there was a massive accident that happened here a few years ago. I think in 93.
93, that's not a few years ago.
Well,
that's like
2 years before I was born, yeah.
No, that's 30 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years before I was born. I know there was a massive accident here, which I think it was
F1
very,
accident?
yeah.
Okay.
Where Marshall was hit, unfortunately, by a speeding car. passed away, unfortunately. And I think that was the very last race that we had here. Okay. So, you know.
Yeah, I think it was in the early 80s where there was a driver's strike. I'm pretty sure it was happening here.
Yeah. No, I'll definitely look.
Let's check that out.
For sure.
If I'm wrong at the next show, I'll tell you.
Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for this week then, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, hey, hold on a second. We're on the weekend of
the
Dutch Grand Prix.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
The Dutch Grand Prix is happening this week.
I'm very, very keen to watch that. It's been 3 weeks.
So we're gonna hear the Dutch national anthem twice, maybe 3 times. So obviously they always play the anthem.
At the beginning.
Shows.
Yeah. Real Dutched out.
Yeah, and then Max
the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, exactly that. So yeah, super excited for this week. So
you know what? I'm hoping that this 3-week period has actually made other teams have a leap forward.
In terms of what? Performance?
In terms of performance, speed. I hope they haven't been just going on holiday. And I'm hoping, I don't wish bad on Red Bull, but I'm hoping that they've stood still, at least.
I don't think they have. This happens every single time. You know, every single time I think Mercedes is gonna kind of do better the next time. I also forget that.
So it's your fault. Maybe you should just
keep my mouth shut and support a different team, and maybe Mercedes will win some performance here from everybody else. But yeah, let's see what happens.
It's not a sprint race this weekend, eh?
No. This time. Normal Dutch
Grand Prix.
At Zandvoort, yeah. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can come back. And that's pretty much all we have time for. Please come and join us at the stand. We'll be here all weekend, so come say what's up.